Welcome back everybody to the night shift of the HeflaTV crew. My name is Coucher, and joining me is HeflaMoke for this epic game number 2 of the House is Down and Union Gaming, which is of course the American Division 1 game, the first one played in this season, which is season number 3. And well, HeflaMoke, do you think the House is Down can continue their performance, or will Union Gaming show their real strength?
Good question. I don't know, like, as I said, I think with a different draft, like, the plays of Union Gaming weren't bad, and even the farm, if you looked at the Spectre items, like, it wasn't that he was completely shut down. The difference is just that the other side was just creating so much space for the Meepo. The roaming supports were just so much more effective. I mean, we saw the intention of Union Gaming with the Enchantress. Like, they were going in, and they were really close to actually getting even the first blood. But the answer of the House is Down came so fast and then so significant, with a significant impact on the game. And from there on, they secured definitely their half of the map. Everything to the riverline was pretty much absolutely uncontested. There was no other hero somewhere near. You never had to fear smoke gangs whatsoever. Union Gaming was absolutely passive. The problem is they drafted something where falling back in your half of the map, farming, it doesn't get you anywhere, because as long as there is a Meepo on the pitch who is farming 2 lanes and the jungle, on top of that they still get some ganks here and there, it's just not working. I mean, that Meepo, they got him once in that game, twice in that game, but still, like, they only got him once, like when he was already farmed, and that was a 4-man effort. So that was like a boss fight already. That was some World of Warcraft with like tank, healer, DPS, and then positioning and all that stuff. Like, it really took a lot of execution to get that Meepo down there.
Yeah, and looks like the House is Down, they don't want to really fix what ain't broken. They also start with the Tidehunter once again, although Union Gaming, they mix it up already. First picking the Ember Spirit, which arguably for most teams definitely isn't worthy, although it is a strong hero. But Union Gaming, will they go for like the Faceless way now to combo it up with, maybe even get an Elder Titan along the way?
Might be possible, like, but to be honest, Elder Titan is something we just see by the pro teams that really have a plan, that executed and practiced a certain draft for a long time. And the good thing about those like little pocket strats is that nobody is banning them. Nobody's just banning them, and that's the good thing. Union Gaming, they decide to go with the Disruptor again after they pick an Ember Spirit. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, the Disruptor as such is already a nice counter against the Ember Spirit, so since there's no more bans, they might as well just pick it. It's a good support, and it's a potential, target away or target out that could counter the Ember Spirit, because the Doom is already banned by the Houses Down. Now Disruptor is gone. That means the Ember Spirit has relatively free acting on the entire map, except for maybe Invoker going for Orchid or something. That might hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would favor, or not maybe favor, but wouldn't mind the Quasvex Invoker here. Just getting the EMP and, like you said, going for the Orchid as well to just shut down the Ember Spirit completely. And as far as the Disruptor goes, Union Gaming, I mean, we actually both like the hero as well. We established that in the last draft. They weren't able to make too good of an use for that. But especially against the Tidehunter as well, if you can actually catch him in the Kinetic Field Static Storm, even the Kraken Shell won't really help you get the Ravage off, since the Static Storm will still be on you. It's just a matter of whether they have the damage to input into the Static Storm Kinetic Field to actually kill them during the silence.
Yep, definitely. And now the second button stage is on the way. We have a Sand King on one side. They don't want to have to stun, and there we go. The Lycan. See, we had a small chance that the Lycan is coming through, but no, it's not happening. Lycan banned now in the second button stage. The Houses Down don't want to see this hero. And I think actually it would have fit into Union Gaming's pick, but okay, let's see. And the Faceless Void came out, and the Bloodseeker, and before I could say something about the Bloodseeker, where I was like, oh, why is the Bloodseeker getting banned? The answer is coming right after. The Slark has been picked, and obviously the best counter to a Slark is always a Bloodseeker, just because of the vision. You can't regen, your Shadow Dance passive just doesn't kick in. You need to have a bottle or anything else to restore HP over the threshold of the visibility. So yeah, that's not happening. And well, with the Slark, maybe they have more luck. The Slark is definitely something that can remove a lot of things, like Invoker, CC is not so effective against the Slark. The Tidehunter, if fairly like decently timed, you can Dark Pack the Ravage, for example, off and stuff like that. It's yep, I definitely like the Slark here, but let's see.
I mean, Slark overall isn't a bad pick, but I'm just thinking that maybe wasting one ban on the Bloodseeker and picking Slark up this early might have been a small mistake, because there's a really low chance that the Slark will get banned. Union Gaming, yes, they did ban it out themselves, I believe, in the last game. But what are the odds of a Slark getting banned by the houses down? It's just dedicating the Bloodseeker ban. I'm not too sure if it's going to be worth it, but we will see, as Vengeful Spirit will help out with the push if the Invoker goes for Exort, has those 4 spirits. But even if not, they still have 2 sources of minus armor, which means easy Roshan access.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now that the sides are swapped, yeah, it definitely works. And we have a Wraith King now. Okay, that makes it interesting. Ember Spirit, Slark, definitely gonna be happy about Vampiric Aura as such, and it's a support Wraith King, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of this. That means the Union Gaming this time the draft is actually nice for holding back, for not having aggressive playstyle, for just sitting and farming. Slark getting fed, Ember getting fed, Wraith King sooner or later transitioning into damage. That is, as the draft stands right now, without any other picks coming right now, I would say the late game is on Union Gaming's side. So let's see if the House is Down is picking something more greedy, something that where I say like, hey, this is something for late game. But no, a Chen is coming out. So this
That
time
is the opposite of late game.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's still, I mean, okay, don't underestimate a Chen. Like, there's still a lot of healing. Like, the auras come from the creeps, etc. Some CC, healing for the entire team, wielding some certain stuff. Like, the he also carries Amplify as such. I don't know, it's...
The send pack, to be honest, is a huge tool in the late game.
It's the send pack is actually quite nice, because if you have like a hero like Invoker or Tidehunter that can like stall some time and you send them back in time, it can save a lot of things. Plus the Penitence is, I don't know, it's a decent spell. It's just an amplifier like Soul Catcher or this Sigil or Seal or whatever is out there. It's a bonus damage percentage based, and that's quite nice because we have first of all we have Vengeance Aura, so one aura is already there. Then we have of course the Penitence, and yeah, minus armor from the Vengeful Spirit as well. What I'm missing now is a heavy core. I want to see a heavy core.
Go Ursa, man. Go Ursa.
Ursa, nah.
Yeah,
that would be too obvious.
It's definitely not gonna happen against Union Gaming, I think. But I mean, I guess they could go for something like a Luna if they really wanted to push earlier on.
I don't know.
I mean, having the Lunar Blessing and the Vengeance Aura stacking each other up.
That would be actually quite nice. Like having the two auras there, the Invoker maybe going for an Axot pushing build, the Chen creeps on top of it, the Tidehunter backing it up. But then again, then the House is Down has to get this game through at a certain time. Because on the other side there are more greedy picks waiting. So this time, if we go beyond 30, 40, 50 minutes, then I favor Union Gaming, unless they make huge mistakes or feed a huge advantage away to the House is Down.
Yeah, it always comes down to, even if it gets to later stages, how much gold do you have? And Ember Spirits, I've seen too many of them kind of fail. They just don't get up to an early start, don't get their Battle Fury before like 25 minutes or something, and really don't actually come into play. Although, with certain lineups, it's not that big of a worry because others can still carry the weight of the Ember Spirit. The Ember Spirit is just used as the initiation, more or less just gets the Searing Chains and you follow up from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's see how it turns out. Like, both have the last bans, and Union Gaming actually banning out the Meepo. That, of course, would have been interesting for THD here, picking that Meepo up again. Just creating space and the Meepo getting fat. Okay, would have been one option, and they learned from game number 1, even though this is a relatively late ban. I think if they would have wanted the Meepo, but then again, they hesitate quite a lot with the last one here, so maybe they were like, oh damn it, they banned our Meepo now, what are we going to ban for them? They could pretty much ban a lot. Like, they take out some pushing tower by the Nature's Prophet.
Mirana.
Okay, and Mirana it is. So we have a Moonlight Shadow, an arrow, another stun, some leaps, some magical damage. Okay, I can also a hero that can transition into some damage. I definitely like it. So late game, in my opinion, definitely on Union Gaming side. But the question is, do we go to that? Like, do we reach that point of late game, or even later mid game? That's the question. Now the 5th pick. I think it has to be greedy. Give something greedy.
And speaking of kind of greedy, do you think
Luna.
Union Gaming actually is gonna go for maybe even an aggressive tri lane? Leave Slark against the Tidehunter, or would Slark be a little bit too weak up against that Anchor Smash? Just Tidehunter, could he bully the Slark out of lane early?
Like, if the Tidehunter gets someone alone who's melee, then it's gonna be a hard time for sure. Yeah, it definitely is gonna be a hard time. So you should avoid that laning. Then again, a Slark, I don't know, with proper movement and a bit faking here and there, but it makes CSing so much harder. But I'm actually curious what the Houses Down is gonna pick. Luna or Morph is like one of my guesses. And Morph, I think, would not be bad, as in if you go shotgun, you have also other nukes that would stack and benefit from the Ethereal Plate. When it comes to Luna, then we have the Aura stacking and...
Wow.
Okay, I did not see this one coming. From Meepo to Lone Druid. But I don't know, the Lone Druid, this hero is, I don't know. Like, more and more people try to bring this hero back, but I lack kinda the enthusiasm there. Like, I'm just not seeing it happening. Like, the Lone Druid, we know from 2013, Admiral Bulldog style, with the armlet and everything. He's just not coming back. He's just not strong enough, in my opinion. But let's see. Late game, still, my opinion, Union Gaming will rock in late game. They just have to keep it fairly equal to then and not give away too much of an advantage in early game, and then everything should be fine. But then again, we saw how the Houses Down. Beautiful execution, game number 1. Beautiful roaming. If they keep that up and keep the pushing up as well, where the Lone Druid plus Exort Invoker is really strong, let's see. And we have another 2 discounts by Union Gaming.
It's mandatory, it really is. There's no pro games without pauses. But actually, one thing about the side of Union Gaming is they do have that greedier kind of lineup, and late game, yes, they will shine, but they actually have 0 heroes that just excel at pushing or would even be remotely good at it. All they have is just the right clicks. Whereas, well, we all know that the House is down, they have plenty of it. They have the Chen, Lone Druid, if the Invoker goes for Exort, the Forge Spirits, and Vengeance Aura to just boost up the damage on everybody. So, just getting those items should, in theory at least, be easier for the Houses Down if they get towers. And Union Gaming, they don't really actually have any proper counter push, so their counter push has to be team fighting.
Yep, absolutely. And Union Gaming, they're coming back step by step, player by player. Number 1 is reconnect. To be honest, I don't think this is a connection problem. I think they just went AFK for a nacho party or something while they're drafting. That's my guess at least. And I know this has been racist because Peruvians have nothing to do with nachos. Like, that's, oh, never mind. That was more like a Mexican joke, but oh well, never mind this. We have the second one being reconnected, and he just needs to pick up his hero, and then we go. I'm gonna introduce the Dire side while they unpause. We have Yuka again on, I mean, what again? We have Yuka again, but not again the same hero. We have him this time on the Invoker, and then Lelis is playing the Lone Druid. They actually swapped this. I thought Toy is gonna play him again, but no. Vestius is on the Chen, and we have Toy on the Tidehunter and Gui on the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, they did swap it around. Toy definitely picked up the Lone Druid
At
just
first,
after
yeah?
the draft.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
I saw that, right.
Yeah. I thought like, okay, he's gonna play mid lane then as he played it on the Meepo, but Union Gaming, they've already smoked up. Sandrilas on the Wraith King leading the charge, with Angel closely to follow on the Slark, Penjas playing the Mirana with Jericho on the Support Disruptor, and Sydralin on the Ember Spirit, and they just desperately need this smoke to work out.
Yeah, pretty much, but the smoke is already ending, and look at THD, they're so passive, but if they want to, they can still hide somewhere here at the side trees, like, I don't know, somewhere here in this region, and then wait till the Lone Druid comes with the first wave. It's definitely a potent gang, and they have everything they need, like they have initial stun, that means a guaranteed pounce, and alone that is enough to kill a Lone Druid, because in that range form, he's just a paper hero. He's really just, I don't know. That's why I hate actually the Lorien Druid, that he's really so vulnerable, especially in the early levels. And if he really goes solo against the tri-lane here, I don't see this really happening. But then again, he can also really fast recover from such setbacks, and he always has the option of jungling. Either way, the game is starting, the runes are spawned, and we have a regeneration rune. Bottom is of course not the best rune. Actually, it's the worst rune you want to have at 0 seconds. But, well, it is as it is.
Yeah, it actually is the worst rune. Maybe
Yeah.
if you've just had a fight or had level 1 Roshan or something, then maybe, but 99% of the time, it is the worst.
There's only pretty much a couple heroes that can benefit from it. Like sometimes when I play Ogre Magi support, for example, and I find a regeneration rune, I'm gonna buff up 2 of the heroes around me, like with Bloodlust, and then take the regeneration rune. In that case, okay, it might be okay, but then again, the duration is not too crazy. Either way, the Chen is gonna take a Centaur Conqueror here, plus a Magic Missile. We might gonna see a Genki in the mid. Of course, the Ember can't really do anything. 1 point into Flame Guard. That is only 50 Magic Absorb. That is already done with the Magic Missile. Now let's see what the rotation is. At the moment, UG has no idea that this is happening, but the Ember, very reluctant to go somewhere. He's standing under the tower. He doesn't want to risk it. Maybe he knows, maybe he fears it.
He must know that something is going on, because they see only the Lone Druid top lane. They have yet to see both the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit. And that just is always cause for concern. And having this Observer Ward here, the aggressive one in the enemy jungle, it just makes sure that the Chen and Vengeful Spirit actually aren't anywhere close to the Lone Druid. So there's only one logical place to MP, and even though they're not getting the kill on Ember Spirit yet, they're still accomplishing quite a lot, because Invoker is just getting easy last hits, whereas Ember just has to stay far back.
Yep, but still, it's all good, because I don't know, the Ember is not finding any farm in the mid. That's just a fact, just because the presence that he is fearing something. But now they're coming in, but he's already, the Magic Missile is coming out.
The Stun Strike as well, the Flame Guard was activated, but only 50 points of damage. But now, right clicks Chen. He helps out, Invoker gets the first blood. They will lose Kui in return. The glimpse goes out as well, Vestius. He's probably gonna fall, a few more right clicks, and they do get the 2-for-1 exchange.
Yep,
so
that was a beautiful glimpse. He glimpsed him directly back under the tower, so he got 1 hit by the tower, and then the last hit by the Wraith King. That was beautifully done, so a 2-1 exchange. A small advantage for getting the first blood, of course, on THD, but then again, feeding 2 for 1. So, in the end, a better trade for UG.
Yeah, and actually Toy, he might be in trouble now as well. The glimpse is on cooldown though, so he might be just able to run away from there. But Wraith King coming in, he has at least enough mana for 1 Wraith Fire Blast, might have even for 2, and Toy going for the TP out. Oh, he's going to be
no arrow. No arrow. The arrow is not happening because he's under the tower and farming.
Really heads up play by the Tidehunter there as well, just TPing out like that, although still having to waste a TP, not
well,
the
he
best
saw it
decision.
by the wards. It's not like he needed a sixth sense for this. It was really like just they were walking past the wards.
But some Tidehunters would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna take the support, so no problem.
No, I think that was a bit too much. Ray Fire Blast into arrow, or possibly the arrow, that was a bit too much.
Actually, the support rotating around means that Lelis now on the Lone Druid can actually farm up pretty easily, to be honest, because Angel, he on the Slark got the first last hits when it was a tri-lane, but now, since the support left, the Lone Druid will definitely just bully the Slark until he hits level 6. And well, we'll see how well Lelis will do, or how will the Slark and fare as Tidehunter. He's back on the bottom lane already, just soaking up some XP, being there for the pull, and looks like no supports are actually getting in position for further ganks. Chen just happy to farm in his own jungle, but oh, mid lane Yoka, the Flame Guard is activated, it's level 2, Searing Chain is connected as well, but Yoka with the regeneration from the 1 point into Quas will make it out.
Yep. And I don't know. Look at the Magic Missile again on the Ember. This time no Flame Guard and the Cold Snap. The Cold Snap is definitely gonna take him, and there's a haste rune on the Vengeful Spirit and the Sunstrike. It's off target. He's using the bottle. I don't know. Do they have more? Unfortunately, he doesn't have a stick, so no mana. He's TPing out. Is that enough? I can't believe it. He's actually getting out of there.
Actually, I think Invoker was in range to just go for the right click, but he stutter stepped and didn't go for it.
He did one right click, but it was just not enough. He TP'd out. One more watch required, and yeah, he just didn't get it out.
I mean, Vengeful Spirit, I think he was a little bit too scared of the tower, starting to right-click him. But actually the Forge Spirit tanked it up. So Vengeful, if he would have just followed the Ember Spirit straight away, could have gotten the kill. At least they do get the Glyph on cooldown and apply some pressure on the tier 1.
Yep, and tier 1 pressure also being done here in the bottom lane. Mirana actually taking a lot of hits off of that tier 1 tower. I mean, the Vampiric Aura is gonna cure some of that, but still.
But mid lane, side lane, his Flame Guard will wear off soon enough. Chen still hanging around. Has himself the Dark Troll Summoner and Ember Spirit. He's not level 6, half a level away, a little bit less even. So if they want to get the kill, they have to go now, but no, Chen just walks past, maybe gonna pressure the tower just with those skeletons.
Yep. I don't know, it's like the tower pressure that was there in the mid, it was about 50%, in the bottom it was not even that, because the Tidehunter is doing a great job just pulling a creep wave behind the tower, and then it was just not enough to commit. So the supports are looking for something else now, and actually the mid might be a good candidate, but they need the Invoker to actually come out and do something. Then with the Klims, they could really do something, follow up, stun, or chains into stun, or vice versa. That would be a nice option, of course.
Oh, well, Invoker, he definitely doesn't want to die. He's only 500 gold away from actually finishing his Hand of Midas. As top lane, Angel takes a lot of harassment, but he can just go into the trees here, use his ultimate passive to regen up. But Angel, he's definitely getting bullied away, but still keeping up with the last hits thanks to the regen from his ultimate.
There's a user asking, why are these casters sounding so weird? Oh, actually, top, the Slark actually might have a problem here with that magic missile. Look at it, he's just dying. He was holding back on his shadow dance and everything. There was even the Wraith King just there to bait them in, but he died faster than he expected. That level 2 wave of terror plus the last bear hit. Just, ouch, chipping him away.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that he wasn't expecting it. Otherwise, could have gotten 2 things to get out.
Oh,
But side lane wants to go mid lane. But Cold Snap actually keeps him at bay really well thanks to the Force Spirit helping out. Maybe a lucky Sunstrike?
Nah, there is a lot of Flame Guard left. That would probably not kill him. It's a level 3 Flame Guard and barely any magical damage done. I don't think so.
Well, actually he wouldn't have had enough mana for... Oh, he tried for it somewhere?
Yeah, he tried in the mid, like a bit behind, but up bottom lane they want to go here for that Tidehunter, and that arrow so off target, but they don't even need it. Just with the Starstorm, it's a level 4 Starstorm, easy kill there on a Tidehunter.
Yeah, and, well, the Tidehunter is at least level 6, and now with this death, maybe he can just sneak a TP to another lane and set up a kill. Maybe once again on the Slark, because if you shut down the Slark, that hero actually doesn't have best comeback mechanic apart from just maybe trying to get kill after kill. But now, the group being up is there from the houses down once again into the mid, and Tidehunter joins the fray. And with the threat of the Ravage, maybe they can actually pressure down the tier 1 tower completely. But Brave King is hanging around, as is of course Jericho. They have the Fire Remnants there. And what? Look at side lane, he wants to go in from behind. There's the Moonlight Shadow coming out. Oh, who's gonna get baited? Gui. He cops the stun, Brave Fire Blast in the face, glimpse back long range. There's the Ravage that hits some 4 hero stuns like pages. He goes down before he does much of anything, but Angel will get the counter onto Chen. 2 for 1 so far as side lane. He wants to go for more Toy. Oh my god, he survives 90 HP with Yoga. Won't be as lucky as Angel, gets the kill. He did get his Hand of Midas before, but still they lose 3 and get only 1.
That was definitely a nice fight. Like, I actually was afraid that Klims is helping THD a bit more, because suddenly the Chen was there in the back, like easy to snag something away from him, like whatever is really low in the fight, especially because he already has Test of Faith level 2. But I don't know, like in the end it really worked out. The Slark top getting entangled. That poor little Slark, like he has actually quite a hard time against that.
We know they're entangled. The Sunstrike, he gets out from there with a pounce, but
oh, that pounce was really needed.
He came to the lane, and with like 5 to 10 seconds, he had to leave and just rely on his passive once again to regen up. Of course, the Spirit Bear did get some really lucky entangling claws there as well.
Yep, absolutely. And with 6-3, almost the 10th minute, we already have to look in the net worth. And the funny part is, it's still looking good for THD when it comes to the mid lane and the Lone Druid. So the Lone Druid at the moment doing quite fine. The top farmer for... Oh, we have a stun first here into an arrow on a Tidehunter. Oh, actually, no, I'm lying. The arrow didn't hit.
Oh, you liar, man.
Yeah,
you let us
I'm
all
lying.
down. But yeah, he waited a little bit too long for it. But Siderling cops the magic missile, but Flame Guard, man, he just it barely scratches him. And
Yep, some
to be honest,
devoting going on there as
this
well.
Chen pick, what has he accomplished so far? All the towers are still up 10 minutes into the game. He hasn't really made any elaborate ganks or anything either. Usually Chen's or the chances even smoke up and just go into the off lane from the back here like this. But they're just not doing anything of that sort.
Yep, absolutely. And as I said, the lone druid, they're still, I don't know, still absolutely doing fine. The Mirana is the top farmer, and well, I mean now of course she got a bit more after the Tidehunter kill, but still, up till then they were like 500, 600 gold ahead, and they're still pulling. Like the GPM is definitely on their side at the moment, regardless of those 3 kills. And yep, we are just 10 minutes in. I've been talking about in the draft already, like at what point this game has to be like pulled through by THD, and I don't know, we're already 10 minutes in. I think they have to start pushing towers very soon.
I mean, at least Slark died, Invoker helping out with the Sunstrike there, and with
Oh,
his Hand
look
of Might
top.
running, he's going for the Necrobook. Oh, come on, they need the Glimpse, and nope, not happening. And Lelis, he actually has another 1.9k gold almost. Do you think he's rushing the straight Radiance now, or is he going for like Midas, Maelstrom? What would be your choice here?
I don't know, yeah, I guess Midas Maelstrom is like pretty common at the moment, but I don't know. It's the problem about the bears at the moment that we see many teams. We saw it at the TI. As soon as they saw a bear out of position, they just snacked them away. This, like these 300 gold, just too tasty. Plus the respawn time or the resummon timer on the bear is just so long. Like if you really get him twice, then it sucks. The druid is pretty much out of the game for a long time.
That is one risk you are running when you just pick that hero overall. Early game it's not that easy to bring down the Spirit Bear, but Union Gaming with their lineup, definitely in the later stages they will get it. But oh, Gui gets the pounce, but the Ravage comes out right in time. Shadow Dance was activated with Gui. There's the Hand of God as well. And the Angel now, he backs himself into the corner. He has the pounce though, and yeah, he gets out. They have vision, but I mean, even the Raving's ultimate pop there, and oh man, Static Storm Yoka, he gets caught in the kinetic field. Will there be enough damage for Spirits actually trying to chase down Sendrals, but Moonlight Shadow keeps everyone alive. The glimpse onto Yoka, no, sent back as well at the same time.
Oh, sandbag and glimpse. Unfortunately, it was a bit too early. Like if he got it just a second later, he would have been in for a second at the fountain and then going back. Either way, the Lone Druid is just getting the first tower now here for THD after they got that kill. And I don't know, like, let's see, that bottom tower, I mean, it fell.
Toy, the Brave Fire Blast with the pounce to set it up.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a level 3 Dark Pact actually followed up, of course, the pounce damage, Dark Pact, and the stun by the Wraith Fire Blast. That Titan really went fast down. So 7-4, 13 minutes, and the tower 1-1 trade pretty much. And they leave the Lone Druid alone again. So THD, it's pretty much the same strategy as last game. Play S4, create space, and then hope for the best. But then again, a Meepo has much more potential than a Lone Druid in my opinion, so I'm not sure if that really works out for now.
Well, at least he's getting close to the Sacred Relic actually, only 600 gold away from it. So if he continues at this rate, his Radiance will be pretty decently timed. And with that, they can maybe pressure even more. Invoker going for that Necrobook as well will help out greatly with the push. And of course against the Wraith King as well, who will transition actually into a pretty solid semi-carry since he has picked up the Midas now.
Yep, absolutely. That's what I said, like, for UG. Like, in the last game, they had a similar draft where it was like, yeah, guys, we hold back, or like, no, well, I have to say that differently. Actually, the draft wasn't supporting their playstyle, but this time, and I said it in the draft, this time it's absolutely supporting their playstyle. They want to hold back, just, I don't know, here and there some towers, maybe some action, maybe contesting a Roshan, but overall, all they want is time and farm. So we have a Wraith King transitioning into more and more. Ember, who had a okay-ish mid. I mean, not too overwhelming, but I mean, the Mirana is doing fine, still up in net worth. The Invoker and the Lone Druid, they are leading, but then the 4 heroes of the 4 core, potential core heroes of UG, they're following right after. So this difference, like a lot of gold on 2 heroes for THD and a lot of gold on 4 heroes after. In summary, that is more for Union Gaming, and you also see that a bit in the gold graph. It's very close, but yeah, the supports on THD, they are relatively poor when it comes to, for example, the Vengeful Spirit and Chen.
They might change it soon though. Tower mid lane gonna get denied. Yes, Lone Druid Spirit Bear helps out of course as the Roshan goes down. Yoka gets himself that Aegis, and I still think THD, they have like a 5 to 10 minute opening to just start going for tower after tower, get that lead. It is
I think
going
they have it right now.
pretty well so far. I mean, get a huge lead, just insurmountable lead. As Lelis, he only needs that recipe now, 800 gold or so away from the Radiance. And although they lost the mid tier 1 tower, well, they got the deny, might lose the tier 1 tower top as well. But with the Necrobooks coming out, with the mech as well on Chen, and actually, speaking of the mech, it is something that Union Gaming, I'm afraid they won't even have during this entire game, because who's gonna build it?
Yep, they have no mech carrier. I don't know, maybe the Wraith King, but the Wraith King picked up PTs right after, and I don't know, now starting a mech, it's kinda late, because that would mean it would come out, what, at 20 minutes, 21, 22, something like that, if you're really fast. But either way, we see both teams starting to push now. The only problem is now that UG, they're already at the tier 2 tower. Then again, THD, they should be a tiny bit faster here, I think.
Yeah, they definitely should, although they actually, I think they should maybe even pressure it and go for the trade, because UG, after this, it's more than likely that they will back off and not go for the tier 3s. So THD, if they really wanted to and just continue straight away, they might have already been at the tier 2s, maybe pick up a kill or two. They do after all have the Aegis, but with the Tidehunter already having backed off, it's a little bit too risky to fight without a Ravage for them. Especially since, oh toy, oh man, melee creep took one for the team.
One for the team. Yeah, but this trade definitely better. I mean, before, okay, they got an uncontested Roshan through, the tower in the mid denied, that was bad for UG, but then again, as the answer, they're not going to fight, use that Aegis, etc. No, they're trading 2 towers for 1, so I don't know, it's like really a 4 from back, and 16, 17 minutes into the game, I can't really tell who's winning. And to be honest, with the passive play of UG, just looking here and there for like solo kills, THD, they have to come to UG. But now, maybe the Druid is gonna do them this favor.
Yeah, the Blink Pounce from Angel should be an easy kill, or but Basis is there, not gonna send back Lone Druid quite yet, and of course, with the mech and then Hand of God, they can stay alive for a long time, and with the Radiance on the Spirit Bear, actually, this is where not having a mech also comes into play. If the Spirit Bear just stays alive for already 10 seconds, that's like at least a quarter of HP on all the heroes of Union Gaming.
Yeah, pretty much. Like this Radiance versus no mech, it actually hurts. It really does hurt.
And oh, Bane just gets the leap out. He was staying around for a long time with the Moonlight Shadows there.
Yep, that Moonlight Shadow definitely gave him some balls, but I don't know if that was really good. The Tidehunter, as such, he has a Blink Dagger, but going on that Slark, it doesn't really... I don't know, it doesn't give you anything. Maybe you could have bait out the Shadow Dance, but the Shadow Dance is a minute cooldown, therefore, meh, not really worth it. But let's see, they're gonna go pressure a bit tier 2 and then fall back. That would fit Union Gaming's plan here. The Ember Spirit at the same time making a lot of pressure here on the bottom lane. The creep wave will also reach tier 2 pretty much soon, and this might be again a bad trade for THD. Pressure on 1 tier 2 tower for pressure on tier 2.
Oh, he has the Blink Ravage though. Yoka is coming in as well. Can they land the combo? There's the Ravage setting things up. Angel, he's gonna Shadow Dance, get away Chaos Meter. A little bit too late. Oh, nice swap onto Painchas though. So they do get that 1 kill at the very least. And
yep,
top lane, Lone Druid TP out. No glimpse back. The Hand of God comes out. He will take a fall. So actually that's a huge kill on the Lone Druid.
That's actually, like, overall a better trade. Like, that Mirana for the Druid and tower damage in comparison was actually, it was an equal trade if you really consider it. Like the position of the Lone Druid, he was the farmer there, so was the Mirana, and they both get about 50% on the tower. That is probably one of the most equal trades you can do in this game, like the Lone Druid for the Mirana.
Yeah.
Especially because the Mirana had everything used already. There was no Moonlight Shadow, no nothing they could have used for a potential team fight. It was really just her life that was given away, nothing else.
Yeah, and actually, I want to ask you, what do you think of Slark? I mean, yes, I usually do love Blink Dagger on Slarks, but when he already knew that Lone Druid is going for the Radiance, do you think Slark can actually put that Blink Dagger to good use when the Spirit Bear is just hanging around with the Radiance, disabling it?
Well, it kinda depends, because the bear does not count towards vision. So if the bear is just following you, for example, you still get your Shadow Dance reaching up, and I don't know, you're generally faster than the bear runs. So, I don't know, like, yes, it's a downside, like you're getting not that often out with the Blink Dagger, but then again, the initiation with the Blink Dagger, it's just too good with the Blink Dagger that you don't really, I don't know, want to go for any other items. The times of Shadow Blade Slarks is just over.
Oh man. Well, we will see how well the Blink Dagger works out for him, but it is pretty scary for the THD, thinking about them having a pushing lineup, yet being one tower behind at the moment. They will remedy that fast enough because, oh, look at this tower drop, oh my god. And they're not even using the Necro level 3 at the moment. And there's a Blink Dagger on Disruptor, so he can potentially set up a really good Static Storm here.
Yeah, this is pretty nice. This is 3 Chen Creeps. Actually 2 Chen Creeps, no, 3 Chen Creeps. This is Mini Skeletons, the Attack Speed Aura, as well as the Unholy Aura for HPS. We have the Necros and the Forge Spirits. This is a lot of right click. Now we even have the Bear being empowered and yeah.
But they're gonna come in, the Static Storm actually catches to Toy. He cannot go for the Ravage yet, but the Pounce misses from Angel. They get the Chen, it's not the worst case scenario at all. Tier 3 goes down, stun onto Toy, he's gonna pop the Ravage, the Crack Angel helping out, he's somehow still alive, but Sandals so easy. Reincarnation, he has it if need be. Angel does drop low and goes down. No Shadow Dance, that's actually buyback as Kui will take a 4 Sandals. He came back to his second life, the Sunstrike onto Pinches, the right clicks, first hit, Entangling Claws. What a Spirit Bear it is. That RNG is helping out. Tornado barely catches Sandals as well, but they will back off, so at least the racks are saved. But Slark having to buy back. Oh, Pounce doesn't connect. But yeah, the Slark buyback. I mean, this Slark, his items, he has the exact same net worth as the Chen does.
Yeah, I don't know, the Slark didn't really work out, but then again it was a Slark against that LD, and the LD really made his life miserable, I have to say that. In the end this trade was, I don't know, it was a 2 for 3 trade. No wait, it was a 3 for 3, right? Wait. Was there a buyback? There was a buyback of the Slark. It was a 3 for 3 trade plus a tier 3 and a tier 2 going down, so this trade, like, definitely for THD, like, by heroes, relatively equally traded. But of course 2 towers down, and now with the open base and this much pushing potential. I mean, you saw 3 creep waves.
Top lane? No, never mind.
What am I saying? 3 Chen creeps. Oh, but they still want to go. Look at the Force Spirits. So much damage on that Slark.
Yeah,
but there, he's just bouncing away.
Yoko was just slowing him down with his Ghost Walk there, but finally, 22 minutes in, Sydralin gets himself that Battle Fury and the Number Spirit, so can definitely speed up the farm on him, because at the moment, the support Wraith King is #1 in net worth on Union Gaming.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, like the Ember's farm is really, really bad. We have to say that. I mean, 22 minutes mid-hero having Drums and Battle Fury with brown boots on top of it. I've seen better. And the funny part is actually that he didn't get too much disabled in the mid. He still managed to stay there for XP and everything, but I don't know, he was not lucky enough to get some fights, but now...
It's gonna be horrible for THD Kui. He's the first one spotted out, of course. They want to get Lelis, the Static Storm kinetic field. They catch him as well, but no, Venture Spirit. Nice swap out, Sanders. He comes in, there's the Rayfire Blast Lelis. He's dropping down to half HP, will it be enough? The Hand of God does come out, no mech though, because he's not close, but Benches uses the leap, has to back off straight away. Unfortunately for Toy, there's no Ravage, but oh, the Necrobooks come in, they help out, at least they want to Toy. Aggressive link in together with Yoko, but the Searing change. They catch them both, finally Chen joins the fight, pops the mech, and it was really fortunate Searing chains.
Yeah, those chains were really, really important. Without those chains, it would have not worked that well. Absolutely not. Oh, there's a... Oh my god, he just leaped into a Sunstrike, but... it wouldn't have been enough anyway, but yep, THD, they just want to keep on going. Why not? They're full HP, they still have a lot of cooldowns, except of course for the Hand of God, but Ravage is there, everything else is there, why not? The only dangerous thing is, if they completely lose this, the Bear is down for a long time.
And Angel, oh, he blinks in aggressively, but there's a Sentry Ward down, he activates the Dark Pact. They do get out, and oh, the glimpse onto Gui, can they get the Vengeful Spirit, the stuns from the Wraith King? He's actually not doing enough damage alone, and the Spirit Bear, he's just taking up, there's the Ravage to connect on all 5 heroes, Chaos Meteor to follow up. Ember Spirit gets out of it, Angel as well, thanks to the Shadow Dance, but Pinches, he falls on the Mirana, easy kill Sandals. The Reincarnation activated, but he's in the middle of 5 heroes, Kui. Oh, nice swap out, Brave Fire Blast Sandals, he does get it, but the urn, it was enough to heal him up that little bit. And Brave King down, no Mirana bought back.
I mean, they fought back, but they're not going in again, even after the Wraith King just slowed them, which is exactly what you want, but I don't know, they go for the Bear now, the Cliff is being used here, and the Ember is trying to do some harass damage, but still, like, in the end, it's just more or less a team fight, because this Rex is gonna reach it all.
Will it be enough? Lelis, he's dropping low, Static Storm used as well, and he actually will go down before the sendback happens from the Chen, and 700 gold to the Disruptor, and this will stop the push as well now.
And they're also gonna take those Necro units, which are tasty in gold. I mean, the Mirana, She gotta be careful now. That Invoker is alive. She has to run around like hell. Look, the Sunstrike is in the fountain. He guessed it. And now that the Mirana saw it, he can just go safely back. But still, like, I mean, THD, yes, you can trade a bit better here in those team fights. But if you don't capitalize on it, as in getting Rex or towers or whatever, like, you can't go forever on this. Roshan is respawn, and I guess they could take it. I guess they want to wait maybe for the Lone Druid, letting him have the Aegis. But I don't know, like, I mean, if you do the math on this fight, that was one buyback, and okay, the Wraith King was a bit weird that death, because I thought maybe some follow-up, but they still hold their base, and each and every minute is, I don't know, towards Union Gaming in my opinion.
Well, the graphs, they are still pretty damn even, to be honest. Only a 1k gold lead for the houses down, and almost a 500, massive 500 XP lead for Union Gaming as well. But the house is down. The one thing they always will have going for them is just being on the dire side and being able to snatch that Aegis for them really easy.
Yep, absolutely. And let's see. I mean, the next Roshan might actually be a decisive factor in this game, but to be honest, now that UG backed off of this idea of contesting maybe the Roshan, THD can really get them. They're too spread out, like the Wraith King farming Ancients, the Slark in the mid, visible to THD. And the Gen Creep scouting out as well. The warding is on their side. Illusion Rune. Like, actually, they have a perfect transition. They really have a perfect transition. Out of Roshan into Illusion Rune, going bottom, just pushing it out, or maybe even going mid, going for the tier 2 tower. And I really feel that THD has to do something. Like, really, as in soon finishing this. We are 26 minutes in, and we already talked about it. There comes more and more right click on Mirana, Slark, and even the Wraith King. Now with the Battle Fury on the Ember Spirit, it also gets quite dangerous, but he needs a Chrysalis badly. Or even, to be honest, for this game, I might actually support even the Maelstrom build on the Ember. Usually I'm not a big fan of it, but against all these creeps, it might actually help.
Yeah, I wouldn't really mind a second Battle Fury either at the moment. Just cleaving down all the creeps, especially the Necro books there as well.
I wonder anyway why the Mirana, for example, did not go for Maelstrom as well, because like right now, look at all the mini skeletons, the Gen creeps, Force Spirits, Necro units, and everything. With Maelstroms, you would clear a lot of things in these pushes.
He's chasing the courier with the Invis rune. Oh, he's gonna get it as well probably. Or no, he remnants out, benches, gets the leap out. So he has the BKB if need be. Moonlight Shell is activated. No detection following up close by. But Spirit Bear actually has the Assault Cuirass now, so making the entire team tankier, making the buildings you want to destroy just a little bit easier to destroy them. But Union Gaming, with the BKB and Mirana, she can actually maybe stand in that fight now. Finally.
They really have to TP fast, because they should not underestimate what pushing power is coming out of THD here. There's again, this time even with the Alpha Wolf, and now this is dangerous, that they must not lose the bear or the lair. Yep, the bear is being stunned here, but Ravage.
Oh, Siren, he goes down immediately. He does have buyback, thank god for them, Senders. Gonna go down next, Reincarnation popped, everybody slowed down in the Static Storm Angel. He's still in the backlines, actually hasn't accomplished too much for himself. He's going for the Eye of Skadi, but doesn't quite have the Hand of God. With the mech comes out, base just so much heal, and Senders will go down Angel. Will there be any lockdown? Yes, Magic Missile finishes the job. Kui gets a double kill, and well, another buyback comes out. This time it's the Wraith King, but they lose the melee Rex. With the help, of course, the Necro level 3.
This is at least Rex and out. It's really too bad. I mean, killing the bear now would actually be quite good, because that's the second bear. Yep, he's definitely going down. So the Druid without bear for 1.5 minutes, but I don't know. The Ember chasing here. Maybe he gets someone. Oh no! He tries to interrupt. I mean, he gets still an Invoker, but yeah, there's the second stun. He's going down for sure. But that was really unfortunate. I mean, they could have gotten the Vengeful guaranteed, and maybe with the Wraith King coming in. Unfortunately, he does not have a Blink Dagger, so I think they could have secured 2 kills if there was a Blink Dagger. But still, THD going in, getting Rex, getting out 2 buybacks, and UG is running out of options here. That's the biggest problem. Like, each and every fight, they need massive buybacks to hold their base. I mean, Mirana's buyback is coming back online now, but I don't know. Like, that was really weird.
Yeah, it definitely was. Although, I think what THD did at the end there was a little bit weird as well. 4 heroes just were looking at the Spirit Bear getting killed. They were just like, Yeah, let's look at it getting killed, and then when the Spirit Bear is dead, they were like, oh shit, we have to run away as well.
Yeah, no, the Ember completely underestimated the damage that's coming out by the Spirit Bear. That was absolutely underestimated. But I really love the fact that the Wraith King is getting more farm and more actual potential right click than the Ember at the moment. To be honest, the Ember is the hero that did not work out this draft at all. Like the Ember Spirit. The problem is because they're not getting this cleave, harass, clearing out the creep wave and running potentially into backdoor protected buildings, for example, up by the Ember. The huge problem against the Ember, if he's farmed, is that he can take out your creep wave, even Chen creeps and everything, with like 2-3 Sleight of Fist, doing even some damage on heroes and stuff. And by the time you reach the base, you have a huge problem because you don't have any creeps entering the base, meaning you have backdoor protection, and with that you can't really enter the base. But the problem is the Ember being underfarmed, even though he was the mid hero. That's of course bad news. And now THD, they go systematically. We are in the 30th minute, and yeah, mid tower it is. Tier 2 first, but look at him. Look at that tier 2 tower. Look at it. It's just nuts.
Spirit Bear with alacrity. Necro Warriors were already out. But Necro Warriors will time out, so I don't think they will get mid-racks unless they just get a decisive fight with the Ravage of the Tidehunter.
Yep. I mean, this time they don't have Alpha Wolf. The Alpha Wolf aura was actually really important, and now... Oh...
They go in balls deep, the Static Storm. They don't catch anybody in it. Oh my god, a huge mistake. There's the Chaos Meteor following up that Ravage of Toy. 2 heroes down, Senders of course. He's coming back with the Reincarnation Titan. Somehow still alive. Nice swap out by the Vengeful Spirit Sentinel. Goes down for the second time. No buyback on the Wraith King. Side rolling. Getting chased down by Vestius of all the heroes. I mean, a Chen is bullying out an Ember Spirit. That is not
Unless
how
they
it's
defend
supposed to
this
work.
now, this must be GG. With the Wraith King down and, I don't know, the Disruptor not hitting anything with that Static Storm. No, this is definitely Rex and maybe even a GG.
Well, they can't get the 3rd Rex at least because the tier 2 is still standing, so it might not
If
be...
they wanted, they could continue on a tier 4 in my opinion, but they are choosing to go back, play it safe. But I don't know, UG just not managing to defend this. To be honest, I don't know why they didn't try to go for some Sleight of Fist harassment here before, like letting the Ember do his job. But the Wraith King jumping in there, then the Disruptor desperately trying to get in range, like the Kinetic Field and the Static Storm not hitting on anything. Like it didn't silence the Tidehunter, it just did nothing. Like it literally did nothing. It silenced 2 creeps. Oh yeah, cool. You have like 1 creep that was actually casting something, the Shockwave of the Chen. So you disabled what, 100 damage, magical damage in that fight. That's all the Static Storm did. This ultimate is just too valuable to just waste it on plays like this. And in the end, this was their Rex. They had to desperately defend those Rex. Now with 2 Rex down, I don't think they can come back from this. And I know, yes, I'm a freaking emo caster when I can say that, and I should make it like more exciting. But the fact is, the numbers are speaking for THD at the moment, or actually the gold numbers at least. But the team fights clearly show they just come ahead out of all those team fights all the time. But now the Wraith King.
He's actually running in, but Blink Dagger is disabled.
Raped by the bear.
Oh my god, that was such a bad decision. Angel goes in as well. Toy, he doesn't have his Ravage for another 33 seconds, but Angel, his damage isn't enough. And oh, the Chaos Meatball. It just completely blows up Senders on the Wraith King. Angel might get the kill on Toy though. No, another nice 4-step. They're just helping each other out so much. 3 down,
Yeah.
Slark does have buyback, but I completely understand them trying to fight, but the way they did it was so bad. This Spain just BKB.
This was a free for 1 bear trade. Free for a bear. That was definitely not worth it. Now the Ember is going down as well.
Yeah, 5 for a bear.
5 for 1 bear trade. And that's pretty much a GG.
Yeah.
I don't know, this fight is so... Like the Wraith King going in the second time without any crazy follow-up, and you also see the Wraith King focusing on the bear, the Slark focusing on the Tide, and someone else is also chasing something else. It's like, it's just not working. There was also, I don't know, like not working with the Moonlight Shadow on the escape. There was no arrow follow-up because it got soaked up by the Forge Spirits. Like the synergy between the heroes, they just didn't use it. They wanted to go aggressive and, I don't know, set a sign here and say like, THD, you won't push this tier 2 before we fight you. But the fights, they were just horrible. Like the team fights for UG just didn't work out, and THD, like those guys are in good shape. Nice performance, nice execution.
Yeah, the funny thing is actually that the XP graph, up until this last fight, it hadn't surpassed 2k lead for either team during the entire game. Goldcraft, just with the mid-racks falling down, it was only 4,000 in the favor of THD actually. So they just had a certain playstyle in mind with their draft, and they did exactly what was necessary of it. They just kind of dived into the Raxes, the buildings,
Yep.
even won team fights with the Ravages, and really well played, like you said there.
And
Just-
guys, this is not it. There is more. We have now, right after this game, another game coming. It is Flipside versus Klims, a US-American team versus a mixed team. They are listed as Europe, but to be honest, I think the majority of the players are American, at least 3 of them, I think. But either way, so hang in there. It's gonna be up soon. Flipside versus Klims. Of course, you can, always bet on Dota 2 Best YOLO. That was the address for the betting site where most people are coming from. So just hang in there. And of course, if you like what we do, then just follow us here on our English channels, HeflaTV 1 and 2. On Facebook and Twitter, you always get the latest news. Who is casting, what are we casting, which tournament, and on what channel, that you don't miss a single game, and potentially your bets, of course. And on YouTube, if you missed a game or you thought a game is freaking awesome, then you just go on our YouTube. The VODs will be immediately uploaded after we are done with casting, and then you can also share them with your friends. Every click there helps us as well. So see ya in about 10 minutes. The next game will come, Flipside versus Glimpse.